What's up, y'all? It is Jane Prompeng, and I am here with a guest.
Breezy.
Yes. Today we are going to do a Bloodline interview, okay? This is the first interview for my podcast. I want to thank you guys so much for all your like, share, and subscribe, all the motivation, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover a whole bunch of topics today, okay? Spiritual journey, health journeys, just ascension, kids, whatever, okay? So we're going to see what Spirit want to talk about first, okay? Thank you guys so much for joining, okay? Thank y'all. This is, again, Breezy. Y'all say hey.
Hello, everybody.
This woman is a chef. She is a mother of 3 and a boss bitch because the Queen of Swords came out, okay? Now, she happens to be an air sign, which Queen of Swords is an air sign. So, let's see. They want us to tell her honest truth. Candid and protective truth. Okay. Well, let's go. And we also got another card here by Lord Shiva, and it's saying Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Rise up, honor your inner force. And steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Okay. Let's see this. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the tea. You ready?
I was born ready, babe.
Period, bitch. Okay. So first of all, I want y'all to know this is a very strong woman. We were debating on where to start the interview at, but I think...
Feel free to ask us any questions. This is also a live Q&A for myself and for Jane Prompeng. So anything about my journey, please feel free to drop the questions in the chat,
right?
And we will happily answer.
So number one, this is my only sibling, okay? My one and only sibling, my sister. This is my younger sister. She's only 2 years younger than me, though, okay? So let me just pop it off, okay? Let me just let y'all know why I had to bring her on this interview. Because I was going to say it last, but I'm just going with the MG first.
Right.
I'm going to just start off.
That's what Spirit wanted.
Listen, so this woman that you're seeing right here, let's start off with a mother of 3. Woo!
Single. Let's be clear.
Single mother of 3.
Mother.
This woman got 3 under 3. But let me tell you why that's even more important for me. I got to say it. She has something called Myasthenia Gravis. Now, I want to be clear. This don't hold nothing back. But my sister has a neuromuscular disease. This is not something that I share with pretty much anyone. But I really want her to share her story because I feel like people need to know what's going on with other people. And maybe you would feel more confident to come out and share your story. So my sister has been, she's been battling with Myasthenia Gravis since she was about 5 years old, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's real rare. You want to tell the people about it?
Oh, absolutely. So, just a little background history in case y'all Googling it or haven't. So Myasthenia Gravis is a muscle nerve disorder, as she was previously explaining. And basically what it does is like your antibodies and immune system weaken, and basically your muscles and everything are very, weak, as if you're like an elderly person, like 90 years old type shit. Like very weak, very fatigued at all given times. So it all started off when I was 5. I was in the 1st grade. And it started off as my mama thought I had a cold, right? She thought I had a cold, bitch, like, snotty nose type shit, you know what I'm saying? And then, y'all know if y'all have kids, y'all know kids, how kids don't want to eat their vegetables, right?
Right.
Okay. So one day, eating dinner with my sister, and basically got to the point where I couldn't even chew, to the point where I was choking on my food. And my aunt basically was like, bitch, eat your food. And I'm like, I can't. Like, my mouth fell open. I literally had to force, Jane will tell you this, like, I had to force, like, my mouth shut to literally chew the food. But the hardest part was trying to swallow because I didn't have the muscle capacity to swallow. More of the story, fast forward. So I had to learn how to do everything over. Walk, talk, ride a bike. Like, they told me I was going to die by the age of 18. I'm 26, finna be 27.
Period. 27 in 2 weeks, honey. Aquarius mommy right here.
And then, of course, I have a lazy eye, so I would take these shades off just so y'all could see. Okay? Eyes lazy. Permanently. Look high as fuck all the time. Don't even smoke. Okay? Nothing wrong with smoking a little Mary. Just not my cup of tea, baby. Okay? So, anyways, that's just a little background story with that. So, basically, I was just battling it for years. Told me I was going to die when I turned 18. Told me I'll never walk again. Just imagine hearing this at 5 years old. 5 years old, bitch. 5. Not even knowing shit about life, right? More of the story is, I'm finna be 27 and I'm still here.
Period.
So y'all can do your research, but that's just a little bit about myasthenia gravis.
Yes. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Because y'all don't know her. I done had to convince her for years to do this, and not even just me.
I'm not real big on sharing my story. I don't care for that. But if it's going to touch somebody or heal somebody, or hell, if it's even somebody out there who is a parent or who has myasthenia gravis, please ask me any questions and I'll give you my honest opinion. Maybe even some little tips on how to work through it, because it doesn't go away. You see, it does not go away. It is extremely rare and it's with you for life, bitch. Stuck. Like, bitch, you know how you stick your foot and gum when you walk a little bit, and that bitch just keep, and it don't go nowhere? Same thing. Don't go nowhere.
Yes, and this is my blood sister.
Only sister at that.
Only sister.
Per.
Let's cheers.
Cheers to that bitch.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted her to come on here and talk to some of you all, because, you know, I know, like, a lot of people can struggle by themselves, suffer in silence. And I feel like that's the enemy's way of trying to keep you apart. Like, if you don't, you know, if you think you're the only, like, if you don't think anyone cares.
I honestly don't know anybody who has myasthenia gravis, let alone anybody who is a single mom of 3 with myasthenia gravis.
And there's somebody in here who has single mom of 5 with Addison's disease.
Okay.
Okay.
Go. Good for you, baby. God bless you.
Seriously.
Seriously.
And so what we wanted to talk, because so, you know, like she said, she's, you know, this is something that she's been dealing with since she was 5 years old. This is a very rare muscle disease. It's a neuromuscular, from what I've studied, it's a neuromuscular disease. So essentially it means like her brain doesn't communicate with your muscles, right?
Right.
So, you know,
like it doesn't signal like this part of your body needs to do this or this part of your body needs to do that. For instance, even with down to my speech, I will sound like I have a lisp, or as if I'm slurring, like I'm drunk, from the fact of like, bitch, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's just really weak. Like, I don't even know. Like, it sounds like I'm talking through my nose. Like, almost as if I'm stuffy. So that's also permanent.
And y'all see, and you know, I saw a comment, they said they love your humor and how you are.
Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm saying. And
I ain't gonna never let it stop my shine.
Period. Because you're not defined by it.
Absolutely not.
Okay, you're bigger than that.
Well, I will say, you know, it was very dark for me at one point in time. You know, tell me if I'm talking too much.
I'm moving so they can see you better.
It was very dark for me. You know, I ain't gonna sit here and hold with y'all. It was very dark for me, and for a long time.
I mean, I can only imagine.
4 years. You have to think about it. Bitches was making fun of me. Bitches was bullying me. I was very soft-spoken. I didn't want to speak up for myself. You hear me? But I had my sister, Big Jane Prompeng. Oh, baby, she handled everything. You feel me? All I had to do was, okay? She was waiting for you at the door, baby. Okay?
Ready,
the story is not even just in a mental way, physically. She was literally knocking these hoes out in 1st grade. She knocking these hoes out. You feel me? Bitch, I don't even want to say nothing, bitch. Stuttering at the tongue. But thank you for Jane. She handled everything for me. But more of the story is, I ended up, like how Kevin Hart said, laugh at my pain type shit. I turned my pain into laughs, into humor, into goof. And that's how I was able to maneuver and get through it. Through my pain. It's still pretty painful to this day, but you know, making others laugh and, you know, putting a smile on others' face really helps get through your situation, to the point where I kind of forget that I have a muscle disease sometimes, until a bitch look in the mirror and be like, damn, this eye, bitch, like, wake up. Like, I really be forgetting. Or when you got them rude ass motherfuckers who intentionally point out, like, damn, why your eye like that? Like, damn, bitch, why your body like that?
Right.
You feel me?
I be wanting to know.
And that's another thing. Y'all need to stop critiquing and talking down, especially it be the black people. Like, black people talking about black people, like women on women. Like, y'all need to influence one another and stand together. Y'all be so quick to shame and look down on the motherfuckers.
Oh, by the way, we're black.
By the way, we black. Let's be clear. Okay? Melanin. All right?
I know we a little light.
We're black. It's not even just black people. It's just people in general. Fuck the black.
No, I mean, speak on it, though.
Just in general, but I do feel like it does lead more towards the black community. Like, y'all need to start uplifting each other and ask a motherfucker if they's okay. Instead of being, well, damn, why you look like that? Or you don't know what he going through, or that is that. Y'all be so quick to gossip about the next motherfucker. How about you give a bitch a hug or something?
Right.
You feel me? Because you honestly never know what the fuck somebody is going through. And that's just real nigga shit.
Yeah, and someone asked right here, what's the name of your condition? She apologizes. She asked.
It's okay. Myasthenia gravis, also known as MG.
So if anybody ever saw, what's that show called?
What show?
Remember Lucius had it? What was it? Empire? You seen that?
Empire? Yeah, I seen Empire.
Did you know Lucius had it on Empire?
I didn't even know that shit.
Yeah, if y'all seen Empire, the guy Lucius off of Empire, he had myasthenia gravis, which I thought was interesting.
I didn't know that.
So MG is like really rare and
It's
stuff.
very rare.
It's like, how rare is it? Like,
I honestly don't even know.
But I just wanted her to share that with you guys because, you know, I don't feel... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yes, I take medicine for it. I've been taking pills.
Oh, yeah, tell
Let
them.
me clarify that. I've been taking a drug for it since I was 5 years old called Myasthenia.
Prescription.
Right? Prescription drugs.
Prescribed by her doctor.
By
You know,
my
just
doctor.
in case motherfucker want to be nosy.
I mean, if I was doing drugs, that's my business. But I'm not. Let me be clear. Prescription drugs called Myasthenia, okay? And like I said, there's no cure for it. So I've been taking it since I was 5 years old. So you have to think about it. Taking the same thing over years of time, my body has gotten immune to it almost, right? So it kind of wears off. You know, it's defeating the purpose a little bit. So throughout the years, I was like a fucking experiment. Jane will tell you, I was like a fucking experiment. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I'm in the hospital all the time doing all type of infusions, something called IVIG, plasmapheresis. Damn near lost my fucking life from a fucking blood infection, bitch. I was hospitalized for 21 days. I was supposed to be in the hospital for 10 days. Okay. Caught a blood infection off of getting this plasmapheresis. Look it up. Off of getting plasmapheresis. I don't know what the fuck they did wrong, bitch. But all I know is my blood got infected and I was in the hospital for like 21 days.
You was in like 8th grade too, right? 8th grade, right?
I don't fucking remember.
I was young when this happened.
I be blocking that shit out my fucking memories. I ain't gonna hold you because I don't even like to think about that shit.
Right.
But so after that, I got put on this other medicine called ZELLE. Look it up. It's literally like the most expensive drug in the fucking nation. United States, bitch. It's like $500K a year or some shit like that.
Right.
So that's what I take currently. And basically it's it's gonna sound crazy, but the best way I can explain it is it makes me feel normal. Like how y'all feel normal, like how you can just walk and talk and maneuver fluently. That's how it makes me feel slightly. Not even. I will never feel normal, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, love you.
Thank you for agreeing to come on here with us.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, wait. Let's see. Let's look at some of these comments. Some
Oh,
people
shit.
are sharing with you.
What are they saying?
I have multiple sclerosis. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. She says nothing close, but I definitely understand.
MS? I heard of that.
MS. Somebody said that's great to know they're going to actually watch Empire now.
Okay.
Thank you guys for your questions. A Million said thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
God is good. Shane said God is good. God is very good.
All the time.
Okay.
All the time, God
And
is
then
good.
we had a Breezy on here that said they're breezy too. Okay,
Bree?
so look, okay, now we got that out. That ain't done. There's so much
There's
more.
so much more. And
To the, go ahead, please.
I'm not trying to steal your shine.
Ah,
Y'all
this
know
is
this
your-
our page, okay?
Tell her that we want her here. She the guest.
But of course, if y'all have any questions, not even just about my muscle disease, parenting, mental health, I'm real big on mental health, and so is Jane. So please, if y'all have any questions, please ask, and we're open. So
First of all, you can't steal no shine, honey. The shine is on you. I was like, cause look, we done wrote down some questions.
Yes.
Cause we wanted them to know, you know, what was going on, so that y'all could understand what we're like the rest of the stuff we about to talk about. Okay. Now again, if anybody's just joined on TikTok, hey guys, we are discussing different things. This is my sister Breezy yet again. She does have myasthenia gravis, and that's actually not the only
thing that I have.
Right. So that's just the number. That's the biggest one. But
I also have asthma, allergies, the eczema, bitch.
All at one time,
that.
y'all. So I just want her to be she is a walking, talking testimony to
Thank you.
by enemy with your ugly self.
With your ugly ass.
Like, I'm serious. Like, this woman has 3 kids. How does she have 3 children? How did that happen?
So, man, I never had kids.
Never.
Ever.
Her brain doesn't talk to her muscles, but she pushed 3 kids out.
3 of them. 3 under 3.
And they under 3.
Okay? All girls. How you doing?
You can't tell me God ain't good. What is you saying? Okay. So now we got that's not out the way at all, because there's so much more to say about MG. I'm gonna bring her on here again. So definitely, like she said, if y'all leave more questions, we'll answer them.
If y'all want to send me back, just say that.
She is this woman is a chef. She's a cook. Well, she cooks because she loves it, but she has been a sous chef before, an actual sous chef, because we had a connection. Well, she had a connection through our family.
Yes. Yes, I did.
And she became a sous chef
at 20 years old. Absolutely.
This has been her dream since she was young. You know what I mean? And she wasn't gonna let nothing stop her. MG, nothing. So, and y'all know how hard it is to be a chef. You got to stand and everything. This girl picked up, went across the country and did it.
Went from Florida to Virginia, quick. Took a quick flight. Well, it wasn't really a quick flight, but took a quick flight.
Yeah, and she did it. She didn't let nothing stop her. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, like you have MG, you can't do that." But she still did it because this has been her dream since she was younger. So anyone who's feeling like, if there's ever anything you feel like you cannot do, that's just your mind telling you can't do it.
There's a will. What they say is a will away or whatever the fuck. Anything you set your mind to, you can definitely. I definitely believe in the power of manifestation by the tongue. Anything you set your mind to, and this is not no cliche shit, this is some real shit. Anything you set your mind to, I don't think y'all realize how powerful your mouth is, your tongue is. Okay? I strongly believe in speaking things into existence. I shit you not. Bitch, you say that shit enough and you honestly believe it, even with your third eye, you believe it, you're going to speak that shit into existence. It's going to happen.
Right.
Whether you realize it or not, it's going to happen. So whether you mean positive, negative, be very careful and mindful of what you say with your tongue. Because I always said I'm going to be a chef. And I was a chef at 20 motherfucking years old. 20 years old. Let that marinate for a second. I've been doing the damn thing, okay?
Okay. Look, on top of that, we come from a broken home.
Feel me?
You know, it's a lot of odds stacked against this one right
we
here.
ain't spoon-fed, baby. We from the church. I ain't gonna say that, but
it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy,
okay?
Right?
So we wanted to talk. So she has a cooking channel here on TikTok. Well, she has a channel and she has some cooking stuff. I've been wanting to convince her to.
I'm trying to convert over to making more content and making more, cooking tutorials and things of that nature.
Because this bitch can.
I know I can throw down.
But I don't cook.
Listen, I'm an introvert, a little piece. I wouldn't say I'm humble. But I am a little humble when it comes to the shit. Listen, let me tell you something. I know what the fuck I can bring to the table. I know I cook like somebody motherfucking grandma, okay? On some real cocky light skin shit.
Look.
You feel me?
And yes, she made her prosperity plate, okay?
Absolutely.
This bitch made greens. This bitch made macaroni.
Black
this bitch
eyed peas.
She done made a whole pork, the Hispanic pork and all that. She can really cook.
All those gandules, all that.
Definitely.
And ain't no Spanish in my blood, but I guarantee you that shit gonna taste like it came from a motherfucking Latino market, okay, papi?
Okay.
Yes.
So, okay. So I definitely wanted y'all to know who this is.
That's right.
Her talent, she's really, she been cooking since we were young. And this bitch make red velvet cake. So good. She make it all from scratch.
And
ain't no
moist.
box. Right, no box.
And it's real moist, like, okay?
Right. So, we from the South. So we wanted to talk, well, Breezy wanted to talk about partnerships.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's really the topic of partnerships.
There we go. So, yes, I have 3 kids, but I am now in the gay community. What they say, I'm not with Metro anymore.
Look, she said, I don't like men's no more. I said I like women. Women.
Yes, I do enjoy girls. Well, excuse me, women. Let me not say girls. I don't want no little ass girl. I'm a grown ass woman. I do enjoy women, okay? Not with Metro anymore. So, yeah.
I think I'm old because I don't know that reference, but she does. And it sounds funny as fuck. And I feel like I'm supposed to know it, and I don't know it.
It's okay.
I should. I'm ashamed.
It's all right. But y'all know I be on the little tiki-taki or whatever. So, but yes, partnership. Let's get into it, right?
Yes. So, we wanted to talk about partnerships, right? Something that my partner had mentioned to her was when it comes to, like, especially women, men too, but especially women, we're always raised up to be like, oh, I don't care about the money. I don't. No, you should care about the money.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And here's to why, right? Here's to why. Why should we care about the money? Bitch, why not? Not saying we a gold digging ass motherfucker, but baby, what can you bring to the table that I can't? Okay? Your energy should always be matching mine in every way, shape, and form, every aspect. If we don't have the same mindset, the same goals, and we can't provide each other the same thing, what are we doing? If we're not trying to elevate and move up, what are we doing? Why I can't tell you I want a Versace robe. If I want that, bitch, that's what I want. I said because I said what I said. See, we be too motherfucking mindful of y'all each other's pockets. But guess what? If I would do it for you, why would you not do it for me? Right? You should always be receiving the same energy that you're reciprocating, right? You see? And that's our problem. We be too mindful. I'm not saying be a bitch, but at the same time, don't lower your motherfucking standards for no nigga, no bitch, per. Because baby, I want what I want. Because guess what? I can do it myself. However, I want you to do it for me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll do it for you. Shit, I'll spoil my bitch. Why not?
Exactly. And so with that, it's like this, right? Because she had to break it down to me. My partner broke it down to us. And it was like, well, if you're with a person and they care about certain things in their life, it's okay for you to care about that too. Now, you know, like she said, like, it's an even give and take. So nobody's a gold digger. It's not that. And nobody's just like expecting a handout. It's not that. It's just that, do we have similar goals and stuff like that?
Right.
I also wanted to say, you know, what's okay. I personally really want to talk about I want to like piggyback off what you're saying. Like, it's okay to care about different things. And when it comes to these like gender roles, I think that we have to let that go too, because I think that like
all that let a man be a man, be a woman, or even in the gay relationships, when you're dealing with a femme and a stud, at the end of the day, and I'm not no stud, okay? I'm definitely a femme, but I'm a very dominant femme. I know y'all get that from me. You feel me? I'm a little aggressive, but I'm a very dominant femme, and I know what the fuck I want. Now, but at the end of the day, we are women, you know. So just how you would spoil, just how a straight woman would spoil her man. Same thing when it comes with dealing with a woman, even when dealing with a stud or whatever the case may be. She should still get princess treatment. Why would you not want to get her hair done or get her a haircut or make sure she's smelling good or get her manicure or her pedicure or whatever the case? You know, maybe she wants flowers from time to time, because at the end of the day, we are women. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you put it. We are women, so...
Also, this is for men too.
This is for men too. But hey, because even a man, right? He might want, let me not say princess treatment, but you know, he wants to be catered to as well. So my whole thing is gay, straight, bisexual, pansexual, whatever the fuck may be. Everybody deserves a little princess treatment. But that's just me though. Like, that's just how I feel. That's my point of view. If y'all disagree, hey, you're entitled to your own opinion.
Yeah, because I think that I think a lot of people don't really believe in I think we do believe in true partnership. I think we've just been like trained to not believe that.
Right.
So like when it comes to people like who, especially someone who's been through a lot, you know, like
Breezy, whatever. I'm cool with either or. She know that. Jay know that.
You know, a person like is gonna, when you've been through a lot, you're really gonna reevaluate life differently.
Oh, absolutely. I can definitely say that I've done a whole 360. Okay? Like I said, parts of my life have gotten very, very, very dark. A bitch had to go through the caterpillar phase. If you don't know what that means, just ask. But a bitch had to go through the caterpillar phase. I had to shed my skin, you feel me? To flourish into this butterfly, to flourish into this grown-ass woman. I had to go through trials and tribulations and walk miles, bitch, to get to where the fuck I'm at today. You feel me? I had to go through real life shit, real life blood, sweat, and tears, okay, to get to where I'm at. So my standards are a little different. My standards are a little high. But when you come from nothing and when you go through what the fuck I went through, it makes a little sense.
Right. I see a comment that says, I think we all have a balance of masculine and feminine energy that we need to cater to.
Absolutely. Agreed. Absolutely. And back to that is, I think a lot of people are afraid to speak on that because, like I said, when it comes to, you know, studs and whatnot, they get so carried into the whole, you know, don't let the clothes fill you, baby. Don't let the clothes don't let the clothes fool you. My bad. Don't let the clothes fool you, because at the end of the day, you're still a woman. You got what I got.
And even with the men too, though, right? Like, because it's like, you know, like you're saying, like some people who are masculine presenting, I guess is what they call it, try to be more toxic.
There's nothing wrong with tapping into your feminine side, and that goes for men too. Just because you're a man, it's okay to cry. Now, I'm not saying being a cry baby back bitch, okay? But it is okay to get in touch with your feelings. It is okay to vent to your woman, or, you know, speak about how you feel, because unfortunately, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like men were raised like, you can't cry. You got to be a rock at all times. Well, how is that helping their mental health? who's going to be there for them? Who's going to be their shoulder to cry on? Why y'all raising y'all sons like that? Because guess what? That's why they knocking niggas out. That's why they beating up their lady. Because guess what? They're holding in so much. They have no form of release other than busting a nut. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they need to find their form of release.
Absolutely. Because everybody needs a release. Right. Somebody said, we're all still human. We all must live and learn. Our journey is continuous. That's true. And then I saw another one said that she was married to a woman for 3 years.
I love that for you.
Right? And then someone else said, we don't want to feel too masculine or too feminine. We deserve both.
Exactly. Balance. And even if you want to switch your roles up, there is nothing wrong with that. Okay? Like, even with a stud, I seen a post. Some studs, some days they want to feel like a woman. Sometimes they want to feel like a boy. Bitch, maybe they want to get folded up like a pretzel, okay?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they are a woman. But maybe sometimes they want to... Let me not get into it, okay? Because I'm not trying to turn this into freaky TikTok.
Yeah, because we ain't doing that on this page. Not this page. Y'all go to Breezy page for that.
But more of the story is, there's nothing wrong with switching the roles. Some days they want to act like a boy. Sometimes they want to act like a female. I'm going to just leave it at that and drop the mic.
Okay, period. No, that was great.
Thank you.
And shit. Well, the interview went differently than we thought it was gonna go. Mm-hmm. Shit.
I think it's flowing pretty nicely.
No, I think it's flowing nicely. Cause I was like, well, shit. We didn't talk about, the 2/22/22 portal that happened last year. Maybe we'll save that.
It's your show, but whatever you want to talk about, I'm open.
We didn't talk about Buddha, the Buddha school.
Ooh. But what y'all want to hear about?
I mean, we can talk about that too, though.
I want to make sure we got y'all attention. Are we boring y'all? Or are y'all listening?
Oh,
say something.
They're listening.
Let us know that you're listening.
Okay.
Can I get a I'm listening, please?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what else? Y'all could share what y'all think, too, about partnerships as well.
Absolutely.
What's
your feedback?
Yeah, like, thank you guys for all the gifts that you're sending as well. Okay, Lace with Luxury said, we listening, honey. Period.
Received. Okay, we like that. We enjoy that.
So, okay. I mean, shit. So, when we were kids... Present, like in school.
Okay, what she said?
She said present.
Okay, I love that. Thank you, baby. Receive.
Okay, I appreciate y'all being
God bless.
here.
We appreciate that.
Okay, cause I want y'all to understand. So y'all probably like, what the fuck? Okay, so we say all that to say this. At the end of the day, she went through all that stuff, and it brought her back to the spirit, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like this, right? When we were younger, do you remember going to? I know we was young, but we went to Buddha school when we was young. Okay. But when we were in Buddha school, a lot of stuff, that's when, like, she first got diagnosed, and it was a whole bunch of stuff happened there for us. Mm-hmm. But, I was telling her, like, I feel like that was the enemy trying to stop us from the beginning. Absolutely. You have to understand, there's big callings on people's lives like us. Mm-hmm. It's a really big calling. Mm-hmm. Like, Breezy brought the kids in the family. We're the only two siblings from our parents. Literally. So it's like, okay, like, she the one that brought the kids. I don't got no kids. And so that's kind of like, she's extended the bloodline. That's a big calling on our life. She had 3 kids. My mama only had 2, and my mama's mama only had 2. So she broke a generational curse right there. Having 3 kids with a muscle disease, like, come on now.
Come on now. Let's not forget, only
same daddy.
Same daddy and mama. I know y'all wondering.
I was gonna say she has the same baby. And it's okay if you don't, right? Okay, we are not. Listen, bitch.
Not judgmental. Hey, it is what
stuff happens. We know. We're just saying, like, that's something
like with the feelings every day.
Right. People break up with people every day. It's no shade. We're just saying, like, she did something that she wanted to do. So right. I was gonna talk about the 2/22, but maybe we won't even talk about that.
What if we could talk about it? I'm okay with that.
Okay. What was that like for you guys? Oh, so we could tell them, how was it? What like Buddha school? How was
Buddha school? Okay, so from what I remember, mind you, I was 5 years old. Okay, so this is a long time ago. So from what my experience, from what I remember is, so Buddha school, it had like its own church. Okay, we are Thai. We are mixed with Thai. We're black and Thai. Okay, we Blasians over here. I do remember, so just out like when you go to regular church, Christian, Catholic, whatever, how y'all be praising in the church with the priest. So it's a little different. So when you went to Buddha school, you would go in their temple, you would take your shoes off, you would, put your head down, you got motherfucking, what's your shit called, sis?
Oh, incense?
Incense blowing and shit. And you would literally go into a chant of prayer for like 30 minutes to a fucking hour. Ain't nobody talking, nothing. When you're literally singing the same song for like a solid 30 minutes to an hour. Shit you not. Mm-hmm. If you got to pee, you better hold it. because you're just, but you know, I did like it because it gets your mind like in a, almost as if you're meditating, you know what I mean? So a very relaxed state of mind. Like, you know how when you go to church, you be stomping the shit, you know, catching the Holy Ghost. It was very different. It was very settled, like, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. It's just, you know, you're just praying, chanting for like solid 30 minutes to an hour, just kind of like this the whole time, just praying. So I do remember that. I remember them teaching, like how you go to regular school, they teach you the alphabet and shit. They were teaching us the alphabet, like how to draw it, read it, speak it. I briefly remember that, and then I remember the food, which we was born on the food, so that part is kind of relevant. But honestly, I'm not gonna hold y'all. That is what I remember from going to Buddhist school.
And I wanted her to share that because, and obviously, you know, we went to Christian church as well when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, you know. Baptist, we from the South.
Pastor
so
Smart.
Okay, right. Shout out Pastor Smart. So we definitely, you know, we just like to share that because I'm trying to get her to share it with us because we're different. You know, everybody is different. Everyone is different. So when if we can share that with you guys, you can understand that there's special parts of you that's different. You know, so the way that we receive spirit is different. The way that you guys receive spirit is going to be different because based on how everybody's different, right? And so I'm trying to think about, I really want to say one thing to show you guys, like, okay, one more thing. I was going to talk about something, but something major happened on 2/22/22 for my sister, okay? And I feel like it really kind of changed, like, the trajectory of, like, her life, but there's a lot of things that have done that.
Absolutely.
It was very traumatic. Something really traumatic happened right after 12 o'clock. Like, I'm talking about, like, 12:06. And I just thought it was really interesting because it was on February 22nd, 2022. And that is, bitch, that only comes every 100 years. 22 is only every 100 years. I'm like, what are the odds that this happened to you on 2/22/22 at 12:06 a.m.? I don't think that's a coincidence. So, and I feel like after that happened, I feel like that really kicked her butt up in the high gear with the with the spirit. But now something happened to me, not nearly as traumatic. But I'm saying, like, every time it's time for you to jump to the spirit, they do something dramatic.
They whoop your ass.
They do.
She being nice. They whoop your ass.
That's true. And I feel like the more dramatic your ascension is, like, the more dramatic something happens to you, the bigger the calling is on your life. That's how I feel.
Absolutely. Now, I know y'all probably want to hear about this experience, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
Somebody say yes. I need to make sure y'all listening. Y'all want to hear about this experience? If y'all respond back yes, I'll tell the story.
It's juicy. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's just, like, real serious, too. I mean, you know, tell them if you want, because this is also going on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell it. Okay.
Only if you want to.
No, I don't care. I just wanted to make sure they listen.
Okay, she said, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank y'all for participating.
Thank you. We appreciate all the love that we are getting. Again, my name is Breezy. Y'all know this is Jane Prompeng. Okay. Okay. So back on 2/22 of 22. All right. So it's a little bit of a story. I will try to condense it a little bit, if you will. Try to make it shorter. Excuse me if I get emotional, okay? So basically, at the time, I had 2 daughters. I was pregnant with one, right? I had a fiance. I was with a man, okay? Clearly, I had 3 kids. I was with my fiance, and back on 2/22, it's so crazy because I think I had just finished texting my sister or sending her a picture of my daughter and I. Like, we always did that. We were all FaceTiming, whatever. So one night on 2/21 turning into 2/22, I'm sleeping. My fiance called me. Now, he was in the streets. That's not your business. So more of the story is he came home and the police ended up kicking my door down. Real shit, like on movie type shit. Ended up kicking my door down. Kicking it down with my daughters in the house. Prior to that, let's rewind a little bit. They was banging on, mind you, I live in the house, okay? They were banging on every door, the side door, the garage door, my daughter's windows and everything, like with the flashlights and the dogs and everything. You feel me, bitch? Like all that. So, you know, my daughters are young. Like I said, I have 3 under 3. At the time, I only had 2, so I had 2 under 3, if you will. So, you know, at this point, they're crying because they're scared. But you're banging out their door, out their window with, you know, you're scaring them. So anyways, more of the story is, he ended up going to prison. And the police turned their body camera off. and mushed me in the face into the wall. They took my daughter out of my arm. They took my daughter out of his arm. I had one, he had one. And I'm pregnant at the time, okay? This is back in February. I was due in June?
Oh, you were doing June. You had her in
May. I was doing May or June. I don't remember, okay? I ended up having her at 38 weeks.
Because you have her early, right?
Yeah. I might have been due at the end of May. But the more the story is, anyway, so pregnant, go to mush me in the wall, said I was this horrible mom, all that, right? So at this point, I'm thinking I'm finna go to jail because we had some, I don't want to say too much on the socials, but you feel me? I thought I was gonna go to jail too. So my first,
right here, look, put it like this. They got the door kicked in.
Okay. Let that marinate for a second. Okay. So he ended up going to prison. So I called my mom while we're waiting. Like, hey mom, come get my kids. Like, I think I'm finna go to jail. Like, come get them. Lost everything, right? The kids went with my mama. He ended up going to prison. I ended up being by myself. So fast forward to, so all that happened, right? So now shit's already dark. Fast forward to, let me keep going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fast forward to May. Boom. It's time for me to go on delivery and labor. I'm in denial that I'm in bitch labor, okay? Because my water didn't break. I was clearly in labor. Like, I had the contractions and everything. I'm telling myself, no.
And I was clearly in labor.
I get somebody else to do it.
Okay.
So, more of the story is I pushed my baby out by myself. Had my baby by myself. Was in the hospital for 2 days. Even breastfed for the first time, which was that's a whole other conversation.
Mind you, we don't, oh, never mind. I ain't gonna say that.
What?
I'll say, I was not there. I was in another state.
Jane lived in another state, so she couldn't be there. Ain't no way in fuck I could have called her like, bitch, I'm in labor. Can you be here now? Like, I'm from Tampa, Florida, baby. Like, Jane lives, I don't know if she wanted to tell y'all where she lives, but
tell them.
She lives in D.C., okay? I live in Florida. Like, we a little minute apart. I'm just visiting right now. So anyways, I had my baby by myself, whatever, pushed her out. 2 days later, I come home. So when I come home, my air conditioner broke. Now, that might be something minor to y'all, but bitch, it was hot, okay?
Right, and she just had the baby.
I just had the baby.
Literally.
So, 10 minutes later, I shit you not, the police and DCF is at my motherfucking door, okay? They took my newborn baby right out my arms and then took me to jail. Just imagine that. I already had my other 2 daughters taken from me. After DCF that already told me I can keep my newborn, took her right out my arms. When I tell y'all, I didn't see a purpose in living at that point. I'm just being real.
You see her here now, though.
I'm here, though.
Okay. And tell them the good part.
And the good part is, I got they all back. I got all of them back, baby. I completed everything I needed to. And I have full custody of my daughters now. So, there's that. I'm alright. I'm good.
You did good.
I'm good.
You did. Let's cheers, bro.
Cheers to that. You wanna know the crazy part? That was February. I ain't gonna tell y'all what happened in January prior to that. Oh! Shit. Y'all don't even want to know.
Okay? We ain't even gonna tell them.
That was February though. But more of the story is that was 222, which I thought was supposed to be a good thing. I thought 222 was just positive and da-da-da-da. But more of the story is something positive did come out of that though. One thing I will say that I learned from 222, it forced me to be alone. It forced me to do shadow work. It forced me to hibernate. It forced me to be alone. It forced me to realize, bitch, you don't need no motherfucking body. You hear me? You don't need no motherfucking body. You can do this shit, mamas. You can, and you will. And it's okay to cry, and it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to have your head down for as long as you need to. But you better fix your motherfucking crown chakra, bitch. Because you is that bitch. You feel me? You can do this.
Amen. Thank y'all for all your love and support. We see your comments.
And you know who got me through this shit, y'all?
There is
Jane.
Oh, no. You got that through yourself.
No. I got to give it to y'all. More of the story is, y'all better go get your motherfucking reading or something from this girl, woman. Okay?
She's crazy, y'all.
Like how they say, God turned water to wine. Baby, what you think she do? You see that motherfucking chakra, her chakras aligned? Don't play with her. You better get your motherfucking reading. Jane done got me through some shit, and I'm not. Listen, as y'all can tell, I am very blunt. I don't give a fuck. There's no filter when it comes to my mouth. Okay? More of the story is, Jane know what the fuck she doing. On some real shit.
Oh, sis.
She is really good. And I ain't even try to promote, but bitch, take it where it resonates, baby. Resonates. I've been drinking a little bit. You gotta excuse me.
We had to drink to come tell the story, honey.
I had to, okay? This is very hard for me.
Fucking exclusive. She never told the story.
I don't talk about this. I really don't. But point is, Jane really got me through some dark shit. And you wanna know how she got it? With her work. With her work and her prayers. She got me through it, y'all.
You got yourself. You had to want to do it, honey.
I didn't want to do it. She made me.
And you know what? I'm so glad that Breezy decided to come on here with us. Because she know I'm annoying, bitch. You know.
Oh, she is. But I love her to death.
Super annoying. So
she definitely is. But I am too.
So I was like, we were talking. And I said, listen, bro. 222. It's interesting that happened. Because we talked about it, of course. But we never really, said, we said it, but we had a little conversation about it. And I feel like I see the growth on you because it's like...
It's very hard to talk about. I'm really keeping my composure together, y'all. I'm really trying not to cry.
Oh, she's doing well.
I know I seem very goofy, but remember I told y'all at the very beginning, I turned my pain into laughter. Remember I told y'all that?
Bro, hold on. What? Y'all, she don't even know this because she wasn't in here. First of all, number one, thank you, A Million. Thank you, Firefly. Thank y'all. Let me see. Who said...
What happened?
Thank you, Sunset, Firefly. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. They said, Firefly said there's healing in isolation. A Million said that it's okay that she's been in jail too. You're strong and amazing. She's glad you got your children. Yes. Sunset said, God bless. A Million said that that's her now. She feels like, she used to feel like she needs people. It's a great feeling to love and just be with yourself. Firefly says, Jane's a sweetheart. You are too. Sunset says she needs some of our juice. Oh, and A Million said that she loves Jane. I love you. She said she loves y'all too. Girl, she stopped what she was doing to be in attendance.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
We appreciate that. Firefly energy. I appreciate you too.
We love y'all.
And they said thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to tell you guys, before I came on here, she doesn't even know this, I was messing with my cards, and the first card that came out was pain. And she just said turn pain. You said pain into profit?
No, pain into laughter.
Oh, well, pain into profit too. Pain into laughter. But she doesn't even know I said that happened or whatever. But I'm glad that she shared that story because I like for y'all to know real life stories. You know,
we don't get paid for this.
We don't get paid for this. This is my sister. This is my blood fucking sister.
Look at us.
You know what I mean? Like, this is my sister. And, I know I come on here and I preach to y'all. And I know sometimes y'all probably be like, and other readers as well, you know. But I just, I want to get a little bit more transparent with what goes on in our lives because this woman is a walking testimony. You know. Thank you. And like she said, but she had to want to make the change. She has me, I'm her sister. And
I didn't want to make the change. Let's be clear.
But it's all right. And you see, and I wanted her to share that so that you don't feel bad. Because this bitch got a whole seer. Y'all know me. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to do, but God don't want you to do anything unless you're ready. What the fuck is the point?
Absolutely.
If you don't want to do it, it ain't going to do nothing. So, you know, we were just there for each other. That's my sister. She teaches me a lot of stuff. So we just wanted to come on here and share this with you guys and understand. And know how she said that the 222 portal was supposed to be good? Right. And that's probably, you know. And we were talking and she was just like, I feel like that happened. And it just kind of forced me to
It forced me to move different. It forced me to be alone. It forced me to show self-love. It forced me to heal. Hear me out. It forced me to heal. And it took a long time. I still feel like I'm healing. Okay? You see me drinking, right? I still feel like I'm healing. But that's neither here nor there.
We're always healing.
You know, but I do appreciate that situation because it did make me look at life different. It made me look at people different. And it made me maneuver different and handle things different. And it did bring me closer to God and my spirituality and figuring out things. And absolutely. I don't talk about my spirituality a lot. Like Jane, we all know about hers, okay? We one and the same. I just don't really talk about it. I'm trying to talk about it more, but I will say that it did force me to be less boxed in and to get to know God better and this Hindu shit and spirituality and being open and all of that. So,
and who you are with God because
exactly who I am.
Everyone's different.
And teaching me my gifts. I may not be a psychic, but
okay, she thinks she not. But I ain't gonna get on her on this camera. I'm gonna wait till we cut it off.
She couldn't have.
Firefly said, thank you for your transparency.
You're welcome.
Thank y'all for listening. I know this is definitely different than we normally talk about, but...
And it's heavy, so...
It is heavy, so those of y'all who stuck around, thank y'all. We appreciate it, but we just felt like, you know, we needed to share that.
We felt like we just wanted to touch someone, and, you know, maybe someone has a similar story, or maybe someone is battling mental health, or...
Right.
Or even
we
being a mom.
We didn't even get into that.
We didn't get into that. Even being a mom, even if you don't have multiple children, let's be clear. Being a mom of one is hard as an understatement, okay? And there is no book. We ain't white. There is no book.
Well, some of them are. Some of them are.
I'm sorry.
We love all y'all.
We love y'all. But more of the story, there's no book to being a parent, okay? You learn as you go. And that's some real shit. You do learn as you go. You learn shit every fucking day. And, you know, what I can say is, to all of you who are a mom, thank you for everything that you do. Because you do know women are the only ones who hold portals, right? Right. What you think? What you think, yo, meow is? That is a portal to bringing a living soul into the world. Do you hear me, Lord? Okay? I don't think y'all understand that.
Yeah.
So waking up and being a mom is definitely something that you should be grateful. You need to show yourself gratitude, because that shit will drive you the fuck crazy. That's it for that.
And I think that's perfect. Like, perfect way to end it. So I definitely am glad that y'all listened to Breezy's story here, because with all that being said, we didn't even get to touch, like you said, we didn't get to touch on mental health. But if you listen to this, you can already, I don't even think we had to speak on mental health for it to be abundantly clear.
Check on your strong people, okay?
That they were right.
Check on your strong people.
This is it was mentally challenging her entire, not even before 2022, but I feel like her whole 2022 was mentally, physically, and spiritually challenging.
Absolutely. I started the year off in January by damn near being on my, well, not even damn near, I was on my deathbed. Yeah. Let's just be clear. I didn't even tell y'all. I started the year off on my deathbed because, again, I told you I have Myasthenia Gravis, right? So, more of the story is, fast forward, or rewind rather, I ended up catching another blood infection. I had caught one years ago. I ended up catching one in 2022 in January. I caught a blood infection.
She's pregnant at the time.
I damn near lost my life. I left the hospital because they said they couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong with me. Excuse me, y'all. And came back the next day. And then they're like, oh yeah, well, we're glad you came back because you have a fatal blood infection.
Can you imagine?
Then I had bruises on my skin. My knee was swollen, bitch. My skin was discolored. My lips was chapped. And I know that might not really sound like much because the lips being chapped, but no, they were like chapped. Like, psh. It was just bad. I felt horrible.
And then, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
I tested negative for COVID, so I wasn't COVID, but like my body was aching. I was on fire. Like, bitch, I had to take like Motrin and Tylenol. I don't do perks and shit like that, but I had to take like Motrin and Tylenol, and that still did absolutely nothing for me because the pain was so severe. Little did I know, I was dying at that time and didn't even know it. And mind you, it's my birthday. Like, bitch, I'm trying to hang the fuck out. Whole time, I'm dying at that time.
Very scary, Sunset.
Didn't even know it.
But God, listen, your spirit prevailed. See, because she had to, and this is why I be telling her, and same for you guys. It's like, your spirit will pull you through. Yo, you hear that? All that was supposed to take her out. But she's still here.
Still here.
You know, obviously every day is every day is going to be a challenge. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, bro, like, we got to stick together. And then I was going to say, while you were telling them about the blood infection, it's like, bro, and they sent her home.
They sent me home.
That's another issue with...
They discharged me.
Black people in the doctor. Like,
when black people do that?
When black people go to the doctor, our fucking pain tolerance is not really considered. That's a like thing.
Y'all ain't give a fuck about me. What if I didn't come back?
She meant that. Y'all know what she meant.
I'm not, y'all. I'm sorry. Yo,
no. I know what you meant. I just want to make sure in case somebody come late.
I'm talking about Tampa General Hospital.
Wait, Firefly says mental health is real, and as women, we gotta learn saying we aren't okay is okay. Exactly.
Absolutely. Yes, you have to be. The first thing with mental health is you have to realize that you're not okay, and it's okay. You know, it's one thing to think about it, but I think it gets I'm not gonna say it gets easier, but it's better when you physically vocalize it, you know, and make self-awareness of that you're not okay and that you do need help. And the thing is, you may not always know what you need. You may not always know what you need, but eventually that will reveal itself. You know, everybody's path in life is different. What helped me, honestly, is prayer, Jane, and reading positive affirmations, you know, and bitch, eventually, you know.
Right.
I was down bad. I didn't want sex. I didn't want food. I didn't want a hug. I didn't want shit.
Red of Love said, how did they catch it?
How did they catch it? Girl or boy or, I'm sorry. Honestly, it was the whole CDC in that motherfucker, okay? I was an experiment. They did all type of shit.
This bitch is too funny. She talking about the scariest shit and make me laugh. Like, what's wrong with her?
They checked me for STDs. They put shit all down my throat. They checked me for strep throat. Like, that's something serious. All type of motherfucking blood. But honestly, they tested my blood to see what the fuck was in it. And then they tested my throat. And that's how they found it.
I didn't know that's how they found it.
They tested my coochie, my throat, my blood, every fucking thing. Bitch, they even took a piece of my skin.
Oh, like a
Like from my hand. Yes. So that's how they found it.
So thank God you're okay, because that's that's a lot.
It's a lot. And I hate the hospital, let's be clear.
Been going to the hospital since she was a kid.
Ugh.
And so you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, she got her kids back.
I do want my kids back. I want my daughters back.
And I was like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like, that shit was scary.
It was scary.
That was real scary.
It was. We're downplaying a little bit, but it was really bad.
We are down, of course, you know, but
it was really fucked up.
At the end of the day, you never know what someone's going through. You never know, just because someone looks a certain way, like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know we don't know.
That's why I say check on your strong people, because a bitch always looking at me like, damn, Bree, like, you good. You always are smiling and kiki laughing, like, you know you good. Check on your strong people, man.
Right.
Check on your strong people. The people that's always smiling and that may seem happy by the eye, check on your peoples.
Right.
Real shit.
Look, they said they're so glad you got the babies back. I still ain't got the lawyer, no. Look, Amelia said she's going for a colonoscopy tomorrow morning. Sending you prayers. Definitely.
Love and happiness. It's going to go well. Speak into existence.
Okay, absolutely. And then Amelia also said that the same happened to her, that she spent 2 days in the hospital, CAT scan still unknown.
Hey,
wow.
Pray about it. Keep speaking.
Definitely praying about
existence. Everything will reveal itself. And I know that sounds very cliche, but like I say, manifestation of the tongue is very powerful. You literally have to speak that shit into existence until you train your mind, body, and soul to believe it. You hear me? Speak that shit into existence.
Okay.
Speak into existence.
Period.
My name Breezy.
So
God talks with me.
That's it. And and she talking about she not psychic, because I was about to say something and she said it for me. So we are absolutely glad that about your name. You said this is Breezy. We are absolutely glad that she got the babies back.
Yeah, me too.
And also shout out to our family, like our mom, our grandparents, our aunt. They all, thank God the babies went with our mom and our grandparents. So
listen to the system.
I
almost did.
It's kind of like she had to tell herself things to keep her mind right, you know, like, it's like we had to like really talk, like, okay, like, they're not in the system, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you have to kind of try to find, like, and that's like, I feel like what we went through in the family was like the hardest thing.
It was very traumatic.
Ever, especially her. Like, what she went through is the hardest thing to me. And I don't even have kids. If I have kids, like, that's the fucking hardest thing. But thank God, like, the only thing we could tell ourselves is, like, keep going to your classes. And thank God they with mom.
Keep
and
passing these drugs.
Right, keep passing the drug test. And at least you can go see them. Because, you know, some people who that happens to, their kids aren't able to go to their parents or their family. And so it's just, you know, we're working every day. And now she's up on her shit. You know, she makes sure she do her spiritual, you know, it's a daily thing. But
make sure you give thanks and make sure you're always giving out the same or reciprocating the same energy that you want back. Always provide peace, love, and you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're dishing that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you are literally dishing out what you want to reciprocate, because karma is real, baby. So whether it's good or bad, it's going to hit you 10 times harder. Period. You have to learn how to forgive. You have to learn how to let go. You have to learn how to, I don't even know, bitch. You just have to know that it's going to be okay eventually. It might not be okay today, but it will be eventually.
Listen, Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. Shout out Glorilla.
Okay.
So if anybody's ever having a hard time, come back and watch this interview and understand we got you.
And I'm sending healing right now.
Right.
Through this fucking video, and I hope you can feel me. I do.
Okay.
I show that shit. Speaking in tongues,
She's so
baby.
silly, bitch.
Feel my happiness. Feel my joy. I bring it on to y'all.
Look, I'm gonna cry in the car.
I'm gonna cry in the car.
I'm gonna cry in the car.
I've been keeping it together. You don't believe
Right.
me?
Okay.
I ain't cry yet. I can't say I'm not, but
Okay.
I ain't crying. Don't.
No, I know. I told. Look, she got the shades on just in case.
Just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all. Again, thank y'all for sticking with us. We know it was a little bit different, but hey, we done decided. The spirit told me that start the podcast because would you believe y'all that I've been doing my channel for what, a year and a half now, and I ain't
Shout
even
out
know.
to Jane.
God is good. God is good.
Y'all need to watch her podcast and her videos and everything. She gonna get you right.
It's funny because one of my ops called my page a podcast, right? And I was like, oh, I ain't think nothing of it. And then I was just thinking, and I said, wait a minute, bitch.
We done elevated.
Is this a podcast? I'm over here just running my mouth.
It could be.
So now we're rebranding. You just never know where you're gonna get the information from. And so I'm so glad that Breezy agreed to come on here. Knowledge is power, and understand that we all gotta stick together and understand that everybody has their own story.
I want y'all to hug somebody. Give somebody a compliment. Do that. Do that shit. Anytime you think of something negative, try to replace with something positive.
Mm-hmm.
Try that. Just try that. Just try. Damn, she looks so. How about you say, well, damn, she got here, or damn, she got her own car, or damn, her hair looked nice. Anything you want to say negative, try to replace with something positive. Just try it out. We
just reset our minds, you know what I mean? Because I think that, and we're gonna wrap it up here soon. I know y'all been on here a while, but sometimes, and to piggyback off what Breezy's saying, it's just give someone the grace that you would want them to give you, and kind of go out of your way to be kind. Even if you're thinking something, it's things are never what they seem. Mm-hmm. Things are never what they seem. So just ask somebody a question. And I understand that society teaches us, I'm about to sound mad cliche, but that's the only way I know how to say it. Society teaches us to be on our phones. We was in an Uber today, and the guy didn't turn on the radio. Me and her were just in our phones texting each other,
Literally.
And even when we were in the car, I was thinking about how I'm like, damn, I'm not even talking. That's kind of how we don't speak to people next to us anymore. We just be up in our heads. So, I think it's time for us to rebuild a community and just have faith in ourselves and understand.
Ground yourself, too.
Ground yourself. And understand you can get through anything.
Go buy some water. That helps me out. I don't know about y'all, but you know how people say chocolate or ice cream or food or whatever, bitch? I like to go buy the water. That shit feels so good. Real shit. Turn your phone off or play your music with your AirPods or whatever. Just go buy the water, and I promise you it's going to bring you some type of peace. You can scream, you can cry, you can sit, you can walk, run your toes through the sand. That's what I do. Run your toes through the sand, through the water. Just ground yourself, and it will bring you so much relief. Taking 7 pounds of pressure off your shoulder, P Valley. You feel me?
Okay, look, we got a couple good comments too right here. They says, A Million says, yes, what you put out to the universe is what you will get in return.
Absolutely.
Firefly says, as sisters, we gotta start giving each other our flowers because society tries to beat us down. That's fucking facts. And then A Million also says, discipline of the mind and tongue, knowing that we are more powerful than we know. Yes.
Absolutely, yes. That's definitely what we're saying. Absolutely.
Okay, this one is a powerful manifester, but she had to go through, we all have to go through some things to understand our gifts. Because society tries to tell us that, all the time. I can't even imagine when people try to tell you what you can't do.
What you can't do, bitch. Bitch, please.
Bitch, please.
I'm that bitch.
Period. Okay. Well, we love y'all. Oh, please share anything else you want to share. Is there anything else Well, Turtle says hi.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know my TikTok name. I don't know if y'all want to follow me, but I don't even know my TikTok name. You can follow me on Instagram, though. It's at the original Honey Co. with 2 E's at the end. Again, I'm a single mom of 3. I don't like men.
I don't like men's no more. I said I like women.
But and on some real shit though, if y'all need somebody to talk to, if you need some guidance or some tips or anything, or please reach out to me. I am an open book. I'm very free spirited. And again, holla at your girl Jane for a reading, because you feel me? This girl right here, yeah, she that.
I love you.
We love you.
And we love y'all too. Look, a million said, period. Delayed but not denied. Period. Listen, we love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for watching.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And now if y'all want more of this content or you want me to come back, let Jane know.
Yeah, I'm about to post this onto Jane this year. So if you guys want Breezy back, if you have anybody you want me to invite on my show, if there's something you want to talk about, put it down below, because you know, some of my episodes are just going to be me. I want to start bringing people on my show, though, because it's a show now. I mean, I've been doing it a year and a half. I didn't fucking know it was a show. You know, same thing with Bree. She's been in the spirit. She didn't know that. She's been doing this. You know, a lot of us have been doing this, you know.
Bam.
You're just so used to living. You're just so used to doing. You don't sit back and think like, oh my God, I'm actually doing this shit. Yeah, you are.
It just be flowing naturally.
So yeah, I mean, we're about to, you know, but you know, y'all already know I got my Robe Chronicles. So if y'all have any topics y'all want to go over, feel free to, yeah, leave comment if you have anybody you want to bring on. If you want to come on, want to tell your story, leave a comment, okay? Peace and love to you as well. Thank y'all so much. We love y'all.
Love y'all.
We're going to go ahead and get up out of here.
Okay, peace.